this is the downtown core where we spent the night in Fort Nelson on Wednesday night. It's Thursday morning. We're on our way. This is the main street where all the businesses and stuff are. Just line this camera up a bit. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. This is the main drag. 7 o'clock in the morning. Nothing really happening down here. Look at how wide the street is. This is the main frontage road. The highway runs beside me. There's another street just like this on the other side, which has got all the other hotels. Every room in Fort Nelson was booked last night. There's about 10 hotels and motels here. This is Motel Strip. Well, there's more than that. There's about 12 of them, including a big Super 8, which has got like 250 units. Every single room was booked last night here. I couldn't believe it. That there was actually no place to stay, except for there was one little hole in the wall place down at the end of the strip, and I mean it was right down at the very end of the strip, and they had 2 rooms left. They were premium rooms, $95 a night with 3 beds in them, but you know, it was still cheaper than the other places. The Super 8 was $168 and they were full. I don't think there's anything. I'm looking to see if there's a place to eat around here, but I don't see I don't see them going the right way. They were full. All the other hotels were probably in the same, you know, $150 to $200 a night range, and they were all full too. So we took what we could get. It was a piece of garbage. It was just a shithole. There was no air conditioning. The room was 100 degrees easily. There was a big fan in there. That was it. I couldn't open the window because there was no screens on the windows. Therefore, I would have been eaten alive by mosquitoes the size of Cessnas. And I mean, the bugs out here are vicious. It wasn't, oh, there's a Subway here, but I'm not going to go to Subway at this time in the morning. I'm looking to see what there is to eat in this town. You see, I'm just going to take a little drive up here, see what's up here. You know, but what they say, what can they say? Beggars can't be choosers when it's the only place left in town, and your face was spending a second night sleeping in the car, which I had to do on Monday night. I had to, or Tuesday night, sorry. Tuesday night I had to sleep in the car, thanks to not having enough time to get where I wanted to go, and the last hotel that I passed on the road, I pulled in there around, I guess it was 8 o'clock, and there was nothing, so I pushed on to see if I could find something further up the road. Well, there was nothing further up the road, and you know, there was nothing further up the road, and I ended up staying in a campground in a park. So I didn't want to have to repeat that again. I don't see anything up here. We'll go up this other street, and if not, we'll just head out of town. So it was, we didn't give me a lot of choice. The bed was comfortable, which is unlike the first night where the bed was a joke. This area is not serviced by TELUS. It's actually serviced by a company called Northwest Tel, and I'm just going past them right now. And looks like the cell phones might be on Bell. But anyway, because the Northwest Tel has a Bell sign on the building. Figure that out. Or maybe they're owned by Bell. That's probably what it is. They're owned by Bell. There's one of the few spots in BC that does not have TELUS. BC Tel never put any lines in here. I knew there was a couple of areas. I didn't know what area it was until I went to use my cell phone last night and found that yes, it worked, but it worked fine to make an outgoing call. But I clued in when I went to try and check my voicemail, and it didn't work. That was the dead giveaway that something wasn't right. I phoned the operator, and sure enough, there's no TELUS up here. Anyway, we're pushing on today. We're going to see what we can cover today. We're going to head down the there's a cop first thing in the morning. Of course, I'm not speeding, so I don't have to worry. Home Hardware. dinner there last night. We're heading down today towards Dawson Creek, and then we're going to hang a west or a right at Dawson Creek, and we'll head through a little town called Chetwynd. I'll see what that's all about. I know it works. They were trying to get someone to go to Chetwynd for a couple months there to work. Nobody seemed to want to go. Well, I'm going to go through Chetwynd, and we'll see how small this little town really is. And then we'll work our way down to Prince George again. Depending on what time it is, we may stay in Prince George tonight. If we've got enough time, we're going to hang a left in Prince George, head back east. I guess, yeah, because I don't really want to come back through 100 Mile House again. It's kind of a boring way. I want to go a different route. So we'll hang a left, and we'll head down through McBride and Clearwater, and that'll take us down into Kamloops. They got big tanks of Pacific Energy. There you go. It's got to be gas. That's probably a pipeline that crosses over the road there. It's got to be natural gas compressor or something. We're now leaving Fort Nelson on the freeway. Just got passed by a guy who's doing 120 from Alberta, and he's long gone. I don't know how fast he was going, but I can't even see him anymore. He just passed me like maybe a minute ago. It just gives you an idea of how fast they drive in this part of the country. We're going to be coming up on the Rockies shortly. without being delayed for road paving. Putting a brand new highway in, redoing the Alaska Highway here. We are just north right now of Fort St. John's. We just went through a town called Wanawam. And so we just left Wanawam. We're heading towards Fort St. John. We'll do lunch there if there's anything to have. Should be a little bigger town, I think, than Fort Nelson. They're not recycling the road here. They're doing it the old-fashioned way. Trucks, tar with blacktop, dumping it in the middle of the road, and then a good old-fashioned blacktop machine. A bit. Looking at the map, I figure there's not much point going in through Dawson Creek because I don't really need anything. I've gassed up here at Fort St. John. I've had lunch, so I'm going to go back the highway about, I think about 5 kilometers is what I got to go. Take the Highway 29 cutoff and head in through Hudson's Hope and into Chetwynd that way. I'm looking at the map, there's the lake down there, Winston's, I'm trying to read the map while I'm driving here. Wilston's looks like. There's a lake anyway, so there might be some nice pictures and stuff down there, rather than just dry highway. Maybe a little more of an interesting drive, less travel. So, we're gonna go back to Highway 29, which means I gotta drive through town again, which is no problem. I'll leave the camera running this time and you can see what Fort St. John looks like from the freeway. Go through Hudson's Hope, down to Chetwynd, and then get back on the freeway. That'll take me down past, well, I won't be going into Mackenzie, but I'll be going close to Mackenzie, over the Rockies. And we'll eventually, I guess, arrive back at Prince George. That's the way you go, back to Prince George. And then from Prince George, we'll take the Yellowhead Highway. We took the Yellowhead Highway north before. Well, this time we'll take the Yellowhead Highway south. And that will take us in through McBridge and Valemont, Clearwater, down and through that way to arrive back at Kamloops. Kind of the longer way to go, but hey, we want to see the countryside. We want to photograph the countryside. No better way to do it than taking the back road, as they say. Plus, we're staying up boring highways. A long, straight stretch highway where you can do 160 kilometers an hour gets boring after a while. So maybe we'll see some nice scenery coming up. So here we're going through town again. WAC Bennett hydroelectric dam. So this is, we might even go and take a tour. Looks like they may have tours open. You get to see where all the electric power is generated for the province, or the majority of it. Go to the WAC Bennett dam and see what's up. I saw a sign that said something about tours and had times on it, so we should be here about the right time. I guess I better step on it before this impatient guy in his red truck gets annoyed with me not doing 150 like they're accustomed to do down here. Ridiculous the speed these people drive at. And if you don't go fast enough, they get right on your ass until they can pass you. River Valley. It's called Peace River Country. And here's where we're starting to actually see some scenery. reservoir. There are all the wires leading into it. All kinds of wires and transformers and substations, as you can see. Drive over the dam or not. No parking on top of dam. Please stay on the designated roads and viewing areas. So I guess we can drive over the dam. Strong underwater currents and thin ice. Stay away. There's the lake. Picture of this other side here too when they come back. Must be the generator equipment underneath me here. There's all these little blue buildings here on the side that have big danger signs on them. Electrical equipment, keep out. Let's take another look along the side here. Looking out into the dam. Coming back on the other when we turn around and come back, which I will, because that's the valley. This is the reservoir here we're looking at. I don't know if I can tilt the camera down anymore. It's not much. The shot of the reservoir itself. O'clock. Viewpoint is straight ahead. Go up to the viewpoint and we'll take some pictures. pictures from the viewpoint. Signs that say warning, extreme hazard, keep out. Oh, there's a spillway below me here. I guess that's a gantry type of crane they use to open the gates, to open the spillway, and they can slide that crane all the way around, move around to open the gates up. So now we're going to go up the hill to the lock that off so my camera doesn't tilt down. Go up the hill to the viewpoint, and we'll get out and we'll take some video, we'll take some pictures, and then we'll go back the other way. The viewpoint is it's a boat launch ramp because people actually run their boats in the lake. We'll go up to the viewpoint here. Shoot some video and shoot some pictures. Actually get out with the tripod and stuff. Holy smoke. To unstable bank, it says parking, please stay on designated roads and viewing areas. Oh, because I guess some people were stupid enough to actually climb over top of the some people have been stupid enough to actually climb over the fences, I guess. So this is the dam here, or part of the dam. We just drove across. The road that we came across is right here, on top there. Here's a look from a little further down. Should be the water discharge from the penstocks. Which is where the generators are located, down in here. Generators will be down in here somewhere. The water drops down through long pipes called penstocks. Gets up to speed and turns to turbines. This is the discharge from it. It goes to the river, which we really can't see well from here, but we will from the bridge. From the bridge, they want to put another one in here. Here's where we are here, Wilson Lake. And this is the river. Drains down here. They want to put another dam here. According to this, there already is a second dam. The second dam is down here, right by where Chetwynd was. They want to put a third dam in, what they call Site C. It says after the waters of Wilson Lake generate 27 megawatts of electricity, they generate another 700 downstream a bit. So there is a second site here. And here's what they have to say when they dammed the piece. Okay. I don't need to read that to you. It's sharp enough in high definition to read it yourself. Here's some of the photos of the actual construction phase. And that just talked about the different types of wildlife that are here. Should be able to see the canyon down here as we head up the observation road again. We'll be going back over the bridge again, over the dam bridge. Okay, if we look out the window here, we will see the spillover. This is the spillway that, in the event that the water gets too high, they can open the spillway gates on my left, which we saw going in. That'll drop water into the spillway and allow it to spill down that chute there. Will be ending in a second. There's dirt roads and stuff down there for, I guess, access for hydro personnel or whatever. It's actually an access road that goes off the side here with a locked gate for obvious reasons. Keep people out. Okay, now we'll be able to see over the canyon. So get out there. It's kind of windy up here. That's about as low as I can point the camera, I think. Well, you can see down there, but you should be able to see it fairly good. There's the canyon. Should be able to see the river snaking out from here. I'm trying to go as close as I can to the edge here without hitting anything. Generators should come into view in a minute as we pass them. They are directly ahead of me. The generation facility should be coming into view on the left side of the screen momentarily. Not this. Those blue buildings you see, those would house the generators, or sit over top of the generators being below them, the turbines below that. And that's the grid of wires to take the electricity away. Nine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 10 generators here. So those buildings there are the there's a camera here watching us. And we're watching them. That blue building that's appearing on the screen now, that's the control building, where they control everything. This is the way into the The office is here. This is the transmission lines. Here's a closer look at the generator units. You can hear them humming away. And this is as far as you can go when the road ends. There's where that's where all the power is generated. So we're going to turn around and go back. There's a closer look from the lower parking level here. This thing you're about to see on the screen is one of the turbines. This is the turbine that is used to generate power. Don't need to have Steadicam with this, just drive around it. That's where four-wheel drive comes in handy too. That's the turbine. Water goes through there, and that's what spins the generator.